seating program are strictly those of its guests and not those of the host or of the show.
Zodiac Vodka is an American-made, all-natural, gluten-free potato vodka. Only 2% of vodka is made from potatoes. We use regionally grown potatoes and water from the Snake River aquifer. We start with the best agriculture to make a superior product. It is rapidly growing as a bartender's choice drink. Go to ZodiacSpirits.com to find your cocktail. Remember, must be 21 years or older. Drink responsibly. ZodiacSpirits.com.
Really? Come on.
Welcome to the 2-Minute Warning, a sports talk platform that will examine current issues in the world of sports, the athletes, and the communities they impact. With your host, former NFL star Benny Blades. Benny will be speaking with both current and former athletes, asking the questions about the lessons they've learned on their journey and how they impact the community. Call into the show now at 888-565-1470. Mr. Blades, are you ready?
And welcome. I'm your host, Benny Blaze. I'd like to thank my sponsors, Wines for Humanity, and of course, Zodiac Vodka. Thank you for hosting the show today. Uh, my two guests today are Sante Samuel and my good friend, Tony Sands. I'm going to start off with Sante Samuel. Sante, are you on the phone, sir? Asante. Well, we're having some technical difficulties right now with Asante, but it's always a pleasure talking to these young men. Let me know when we can get Asante on the line. But Asante is doing some great things in the community of Broward County. And I really want to talk to him about some of the things that he's doing with his foundation. And I want to talk to him a little bit about how his son is up at Florida State. And, we all, as parents of kids who've gone off to college and he's doing well at Florida State, I always like to get other parents' views of how they feel about, their sons or daughters playing collegiate sports because the game has changed so much around the world of sports, and it is become a great need for parents like myself and Asante and Daryl Porter, who we spoke to last week, to come back and teach these young guys the game of football and the life lessons that we've learned along the way. That's why it's always important for me to sit down with these guys because before Asante gets on the phone, I always like to tell people I had never
Benny, we
been.
got Asante on the line for you.
Okay, Asante, are you there now?
What's up, brother? What's up, brother? Yeah, I'm here, brother.
All right, my brother, how you doing? I'll just
Good.
cueing the audience in on some of the things that you're doing with your foundation in the community, as well as being another parent of a collegiate football player. Let me know what you're doing with your foundation and what your son is doing up in Florida State.
Yeah, my most recent foundation, I had a foundation called Bring It Home Single Moms, and we was pairing with Habitat for Humanity and building a few houses, for single parents. But right now, I kind of slowed down. I had a few things going on, so I kind of fell back from it, So got to get that back, picking up, get that going. And my son, it's a wonderful thing, for us to have kids and family members or whatever you have, and that's our dream, to make it to college. First, make it to college and make it to the NFL. It's a way out for a lot of us, to tell the truth, and we depend on that, and along with a lot of other things, it teaches us discipline, it teaches us communication, it teaches us teamwork, not to be a selfish person. So, those are a lot of things that I take from sports and that taught me, coming up in Fort Lauderdale. So
Yeah, see, and that's the thing. People don't realize, and I tell them all the time. We talk about Fort Lauderdale, Broward County. And I tell people there's so many great athletes that's come from Broward County. You yourself and Benny Sapp, they played over at Boyd Anderson High School, and you the
hmm
fourth round pick of the New England Patriots. And I tell people, not very many dads get to share with their sons about that whole NFL experience. And I'm sure the Dolphin fans hated you when you were in New England because you was a Dolphin killer, you know,
no doubt,
you
no
know,
doubt about it.
and yeah, So just tell people a little bit about what I mean, the pride that you had coming from Broward County and how you took that, 'cause from guys like myself who had already paved the way for you guys, how big of a deal that was to, make sure that legacy kept growing.
Yeah, man. First and foremost, coming up, just learning football. I was a quarterback my whole life, and just learning football. And you hear this blaze this, blaze that. It's just like blaze everywhere. So, big ups to you and your family, man. Y'all laid the foundation. Y'all mean not only football. You had people running track, your nieces and all that stuff, man. So, y'all legacy that y'all left in Fort Lauderdale, for the younger people to understand, like, you and your brother, your family, your nephew, these were the people I looked up to, and the people that inspired me, to make it to the NFL, Lorenzo White and stuff like that. So, Benny, you have a big legacy, like everybody knows, a big family. The Blaze is a big name, but yeah, it's important, man. My son, just like you say, for him to be around this stuff and me having him at his young age and him to be around this stuff, it just made him so hungry. He is hungry. That he just has a dog in him. He has a mentality like no other. And everybody sees it when they come around him. He's a competitive by nature. That's in his blood. He grew up in a competitive household, so I think that's important. You just keep that legacy going, instill those things in your kids, and try to make a way out, make a better way.
Yeah, you're definitely right because a lot of times, like we always talk, and people always like to say that, oh, your son was gonna make it because of what you did. People don't realize that. Look, they have a lot bigger burden on them. Especially his name is Asante Samuel Jr. And my son used to tell me
Right,
all the time, Sante, I ain't going to Miami, because
right.
you're bigger than life at Miami. So he chose to go to Pitt. And I'm sure,
Uh-huh.
your son going to, Florida State, he said, no, we want our kids to go to, I'm sure you probably wanted him to think about Central Florida, but I'm
Yeah.
sure he said, no, no, my dad was you know what I mean, young there. I ain't going nowhere near there. But I
Yeah,
see
man.
you out on the field all the time because I'm over at Carter Park, and I see you out there. Now you got some dogs, you got some girls that can run, boy. Tell them about your girls and what
Yeah,
they doing.
man. Yeah, man. Yeah, my girls, like, I've been first of all, I was the slowest man alive when I was growing up. Everybody knew I was slow. I never ran track, knew nothing about track. Wish I could have ran track. I probably would have, instead of going fourth round, I probably went first round. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah,
but now that my daughter, my third daughter came out walking on her tippy toes, and I was just like, she's gonna be an athlete. I was just like, let's put her in something. My brother they was running track behind his house. He was like, hey man, come put Lisa out here. Her name is Lisa. And we put her out there, and man, I've been on YouTube trying to learn track for a year and a half straight, 6 hours a day, and yeah, I'm a coach now. She came third in the nation overall Junior Olympics. In indoors, she was killing it. Getting ready to do big things. And I have 5 daughters, but I just, this is the main one I talk about. But they all doing great. But she's the one that's be breaking records and stuff. So, but they all great. You know what I mean? So you
Look,
got to instill it in
like
all your kids, man. Make them work hard. Make them
a,
work hard for stuff. Make them earn stuff.
there you go. You're spoken like a true dad there, because I tell people all the time, they talk about, HB, but I tell them, I said, look, I got some girls, one get ready to go to med school, and I tell them, I said, look, you love them all, just like you love all five of your girls, but it's that one that, stands out because they're athletic. People look at us as athletes and say, well, if your kids are not athletic, I always tell people I'd rather my kids be just productive citizens. Go out and make a name for yourselves in whatever realm of life that you can do. And so that's a good
Yeah.
thing that you instilling that in all of your kids, not just that one. But look, anytime you need help with that foundation of what you're doing, because I think that's a tremendous thing. Let's team up. Let's do something to
Yeah.
to get you back on top, my brother.
Yeah, man. Like you say, man, I grew up in a single mother household. It means the world to me, man. Single parents, man. It's just as I'm an older man now, and I see the things that she went through to make sure, I was provided for. You go to work from 8 to 5, right after 5, 6 o'clock, practice start, practice 6 to 8, come home. When you time to cook, how and all those things, the sacrifices just make me appreciate even more. So that's why I wanted to do those things for single moms, and I always got a thing in my heart for them. So it's all
All
good.
right, well, me and you'll be talking out on the track. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go to commercial break right now, but it's a pleasure having you on, and I thank you very much,
Okay.
Sante. But we're gonna go to commercial break right now, and I'll be
All right,
back
brother.
after.
I'll see you later, brother.
All right now.
All right.
His abilities as a dry cleaner are so undeniable, Dry Clean Only tags have his phone number printed on the back. Stubborn stains sometimes call him late at night just to apologize. His pickup and delivery service is so fast, his vans have fit crews. He is the most interesting dry cleaner in the world.
You don't always dry clean, but when you do, use AMP dry cleaners. Stay dirty, my friends.
Hello, I'm Michael Nathanson with the Nathanson Brothers Real Estate Team.
And I'm your mortgage man, Dan Nathanson with People's Home Equity Mortgage. And together we have over 30 years combined experience serving the South Florida market. And our team, systems, and service can help make the home buying and selling process quick, easy, profitable, and fun, all in a genuinely caring environment.
Yes, we are here to help. So, if you want to avoid the 3 deadly mistakes during the home buying and selling process, you need to call us today.
And if you have a mortgage interest rate right now above 4%, give me a call because this is a great opportunity to bring that rate down.
Yes, so again, we are here to help. To call Dan about a mortgage, call at 561-948-1591.
And if you'd like to get some help real estate wise, call my brother Michael at 561-948-1592.
Yes, so we want to help you, your friends, your
and your
family
family
members, and coworkers be sold by the pros.
Welcome back to the studios of the 2-Minute Warning with your host, Benny Blades. Mr. Blades, are you ready?
I am back, ladies and gentlemen. And now, without further ado, I want to get and bring on my good friend, my co-worker, Mr. 396 on 58 carries himself, Mr. Tony Sands. Welcome on, Tony. How you doing, sir?
What's up? What's up, B man? What's happening, man? What's going on? This thing, man. Listen, it's beautiful when you can get out and see the sunlight for a bit, especially with us being involved in this pandemic, and all of a sudden now we go from Americans that are all out, that are moving around, and all of a sudden you tell Americans that they can't leave home, man, everything get haywire. Now you are home in the presence of your spouses, your children, and all of a sudden, during a normal time, you're normally not out with them. You guys are come on, we're in passing of working. Now, all of a sudden, we passing each other in the hallway, We're looking at each other in the bedroom. We're seeing each other in the living room. Time that we normally would be out at work, the time that they said that due to the fact that we're out, that when we come back home, we miss it. We love each other. All of a sudden now we're in the same confines for a long period of time. This thing really has tested. I tell people, has tested how much you love your spouse, how much time that you see that you haven't spent with your spouse, and you really get a chance to see how this thing plays, man. When I'm telling you, when you're with each other, how your patience is, all that. My wife tell me, luckily my wife, she got into this thing of doing math. And so it keeps her in a sewing room, keeps me in the front room. I'm watching television, doing
Look,
some reading, trying to get up on the latest, that's going on. So we still keeping our social distance within our confines. She's in a sewing room pretty much of the day.
hey, look,
And I'm in the front room, or either I'm creating new projects. I'm creating a project right now out back. She wanted this gazebo. So I had to calm
Tony,
down
a,
and
lot-
figure out how to
a
work
lot of
something
honeydews
I'm not
now.
used to doing. Yes. They not, listen, I'm out there working in the gazebo. She said, "What you doing out there?" So I'm putting together this gazebo that I've watched on YouTube. Because you get a lot of time. I'm watching this on YouTube,
A lot of
figuring out
time.
how to do a gazebo. And it's coming out pretty good. Her father comes over, he's good with his hands. So he's teaching me how to put everything together. And he's a perfectionist. So imagine I'm a guy, hey man, just put 4 poles up and call it in. And let's put a roof on the top of it. No, he said, no, son, you can't do it like that. You got to remember, we in hurricane, so you got to hurricane proof anything that you put outside.
Yeah,
So,
you
man, listen.
gotta know everything. But look, hey, look, you just made me go home today after me and you was talking today.
Yes, man,
Okay?
I'm telling you.
Oh, look, Tony, I sat there. Uh, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, me and Tony have the largest speed camp and agility camp
Yeah,
in Broward County. We work with
Benny, not just
athletes.
Brown County, not just Brown. We have it in the nation. There's no
Oh, we in
one
the
putting
nation
up them
now?
type of. Yes, in the
Look,
nation.
I tell people all the time. Last year we had 268 athletes out there
Yes,
training during the summertime. Okay, so with this pandemic, we ain't gonna be able to break that this summer. But
right.
next summer, we're gonna try to get at least 350 kids out there so we can train and show them how to get to their ultimate level. But me and him was talking today, and we were talking about how these young black quarterbacks, and you made me go home because I thought about that. I said, wait a minute,
Yeah,
Tony Black. Russell Wilson is averaging $35 million a year, Tony. And then you
35.
got
Yes,
Big Ben at 34, Aaron Rodgers at 33, Mr. Golf at 33, Cousins at 33, Carson Wentz at 32. That's a lot of money.
yes. And
And
then
then you got,
like I say, Matt Ryan's in there at 30.
yeah.
At
Yeah,
30.
but then you go all the way down. Teddy Bridgewater just signed one. Yeah, he gonna be the highest paid one of us at 21 million. You got
21.
Lamar
Yeah.
Jackson all the way down. The man gonna make $1.3 million, Tony.
And and
Look,
and it's so ironic, man, because when we look at that list, the new thing about paying quarterbacks now is if we pay the quarterbacks too much, they hurt us on the salary cap. All of a sudden now we can't win. When we went to paying Big Ben, you went to paying Aaron Rodgers, you went to paying Jared Goff, Carson Wentz. This topic never came up of, okay, if we pay these guys this much of money, we can't win. And when we look at Big Ben, we look at Aaron Rodgers, we look at Golf, we look at all these guys that have had teams that's in the Super Bowl. Now all of a sudden, we got a young, new, innovative quarterback that is coming to the NFL, and it don't fit the structure of what used to be quarterbacks in the NFL. The structure, the style, the pizzazz that the old
right.
quarterback, these guys are bringing a
Because
young gun and bringing a different
why? Now
attitude to it. So,
you got guys like Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson,
yes,
Deshaun Watson. You know what I mean? What is going to be the number for these guys? Their contract's going to be up, one behind the other in the next couple of years. And me and you was talking about it. I say, man, look, If you're paying
Yeah.
these guys average of $37 million, Dak can't get his money because they don't know what position to put him in. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
How is this going? How do you think, in your opinion, how this going to play out?
What I'm and like I told you, I'm around the Joneses. I'm around the Cowboy organization a lot. So I'm gonna tell you about this. But with Dak Prescott, this is the biggest thing. That's the biggest question of, and this is where all the questions have really came in to how do we go about paying the quarterback position, because that's never been a question. Everyone always said, you look at Kirk Cousins. Look at the money that Kirk Cousins has gotten in Minnesota. You look at that. You look at Matt Ryan. God has been eating for a long time, hasn't reached the Super Bowl, hasn't really gotten there. And there was never a question of how do we pay this guy. So all of a sudden now, in the near future, you got Dak Prescott coming up. You got Deshaun Watson coming up. You're gonna have Lamar Jackson coming up. You're gonna have Patrick Mahomes coming up, which Patrick Mahomes will be next year. So now we're looking at now this thing has gotten out of hand. They've opened up Pandora's box and paying the quarterback. So now Dak Prescott is asking for 37, but Dak want a 5-year deal. Dak want a 4-year deal, and I can understand why he wants the 4-year deal. But the simple fact is that if I get the 4-year deal, I can re-up. I can re-up when this new money comes to the NFL. I can re-up. I don't have to wait so long to not get that money. So now I can get a new deal. And they're trying to get him on a 5-year deal to draw him out. But one thing about Jerry, Jerry gonna keep the Cowboys in the news. I guarantee you this deal will be done with Dak Prescott, and Jerry's gonna be happy that Dak Prescott is the highest paid quarterback in the NFL for a year, because they know when Matt.
That's all it's going to be for. It's going to be for 1 year, because when Patrick Mahomes comes, and that ceiling going to be set so high, because he's going to say, well, if Dak can get 37 million, then I want 40 million. And then now you're going to have these teams saying, well, how much should we pay a quarterback? Because I looked at this thing today. You trying to tell me Jameis Winston can only get $1.1 million? Are you kidding me?
And then you got to remember now, the Cowboy, you get Jameis Winston, a guy that just led the NFL in yardage. They're trying to downplay him by saying, okay, yeah, but he threw 30 interceptions. But yeah, how many of those interceptions are truly Jameis Winston? If you break them down, it was 15.
Eight of them were tip balls that the receivers missed, that the man
intercepted. They just missed. Correct.
So,
look, so how do you put that on him? But you use that to knock him down.
Yeah. I mean, me and you gonna always discuss, the topics of what's going on around the NFL, especially at that Paul. And people got to know more than deal. This thing is not gonna change because people only see one side of the game. They only see one side. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I tell people, if I'm a Detroit Lion fan or you're a Dallas Cowboy fan, we only like what's going on with our teams. But I tell them all the time, you have to understand that there's going to be a bigger mold that's going to be set. Like at the quarterback position, like we're talking about. When Dak signs that, man, Patrick Mahomes doing like this, ooh, I can't wait. Because he know next year up.
And he won't. Listen, Patrick Mahomes want Dak to take that number high as he can in order to say, okay, hey, listen, y'all paid Dak, and this is what Patrick and his people gonna tell the Chiefs. Hey, listen, down in Dallas, Jerry Jones just made Dak Prescott, who hasn't won a Super Bowl, who hasn't been to a Super Bowl, paid him $37 million. I took Kansas City to a Super Bowl, won a Super Bowl. I should be in the 40 range. I want to separate myself from Dak Prescott. I want 40 million. Now it's going to come into play, and Dak know that new money is getting ready, and his agent know that new money is getting ready to hit the NFL with the new television deal, the new CBA. It's going to be more money in the pot. Why would I settle now? Because see, where Jerry's going to find himself in a catch-22, and Jerry's he's a hard but fair negotiator. Jerry knows the bigger the deal, harder the contract is from a simple fact. Jerry understands. If you look across the board at all the Cowboy players, pretty much all those guys, Jerry lined those guys up to be the highest paid. You look at Zeke Elliott, Amari Cooper. You know, I'm never looking at talking down on the man contract. I don't know if we should have paid. I don't know if the Cowboys should have paid Amari Cooper that much money. From the standpoint of Benny, from the standpoint of when the game is on the line, and if a lot of people watch that game last year with the Dallas Cowboys.
I already know where you're going. Because when the game on the line, you want your star receiver to shine.
On the
He has to
field.
shine when the game on the line.
And Benny, he wasn't even on the field on some of the plays last year for the Cowboys playoff game that could have helped win, that should have helped them win the Super Bowl. He was on the sideline. It was kind of odd. And I know from when I go to, I had the pleasure, like I tell a lot of people, I had the pleasure of seeing the University of Miami up front and I was down there with you guys, saw what it takes when you, a college team takes over South Florida. It was the Miami Hurricanes in the Miami Dolphins.
Hey, look, it's always a pleasure. Look, I'm telling you, if y'all want to hear about what me and Tony Sand talk about, come on out to Joseph C. Carter Park, and boy, look at we live every day, but there's always a topic going on. Tony, it's always a pleasure, my brother. Come on with me again. I got to end my show. I want to thank my sponsor once again, Wines for Humanity and Peace. Till next week.
Anton Steinhardt, founder of Wines for Humanity, is proud to team with Black Shiraz partner and former NFL star Benny Blades to assist in his Benny Blades 36 Foundation in helping children with special needs. Go to winesforhumanity.com, look for the 20% off wine specials, make your selection, and use the code BB36F20. Please join the team through winesforhumanity.com or call Dana Lisa Torres at 561-445-7066. Thank you.
You've been listening to the 2-Minute Warning with Benny Blades. We hope you enjoyed this week's show. Tune in again next week for our next episode. You can follow the 2-Minute Warning on Benny Blades' Facebook page and share it with your friends. Mr. Blades, get ready.